Hello, welcome to my channel, Connection of Lives and Interests. This is Sharon coming to you with a hashtag Teatuesday. And this is pre-recorded because it's the only way I can get everything done. And today I'm drinking, that's my thermos thing that I fill all the time. I try to fill 3 of those a day and drink them. And today we're drinking the pineapple mango, Great Value brand, and it is good. And I only do a little squirt, see it's almost clear, just to do away with the plain water. So look at that, isn't that pretty? I love that's the latest thing that's in the cabinet. So this is an open collab hosted by Kathy's Favorite Things in Life with Patty. Hi, ladies. This is an awesome collab. You can do it every Tuesday or whatever Tuesday you want. Drink whatever you want, share or do whatever you want. And oftentimes I share stories. So today is a story about my experience with my sleep study. People have been asking me how I've been doing and how it went, and I said I'm going to share that in a video. So here you go. So first of all, I sleep weird, okay? There's no normalcy to me whatsoever with sleep or anything else. I'm owning that. And I've always been a night owl, so it started from when I was a kid. I would love to stay up late and sleep late into the day. So it carried over into my adulthood until, of course, kids came along and then some normalcy had to set in, right? Well, now we're childless, retired, living, just Mr. Thumbs Up and I. So, I was staying up till 12, 1, then 2 o'clock for the longest time. That was my latest time. And then it got to be 3, 4, and 5 that I would go to sleep. And I would get up at 10. I always try to get up at 10. I set my alarm so that I can upload the video. Well, the video's uploaded all the time. I just have it set to unlisted. And then I just hit public. And there you go. There I am. So I have a whole bunch of videos made up and ready to go ahead of time to make it easier on myself. So making 1 to 3 videos a day really helps. So if you're struggling, maybe you could do that when you have a day where you have a bunch of time and you can just do it all up. But so I went to the doctors. I've told a little bit about this, but my last appointment, my oxygen level was 94. I was saying 97, but it's 94. It stays in the low 90s, never been a smoker of any kind. My doctor wasn't happy about it, then started asking questions and said, okay, you need to go for a sleep study because I also have chronic fatigue. And I know some of you are probably saying, well, if you had a better regular sleep schedule, that probably could help. Well, the thing is somebody like me, if I go to bed at a normal time, which would normalcy I think would be no later than 11 for the working and non-working, whatever. But I literally can't go to sleep. I mean, I literally can't. I will lay there for hours and hours and hours, and because I try to go to bed earlier, even if I get up earlier, my body just doesn't want to shut down until the crazy hours. So I can't fight it. I just go with it. I don't have to be anywhere, do anything at any time. So just let it roll. Well, the doctor, I told him all about my craziness of sleeping. So he told me to only get 3 hours of sleep the night before. Now, this is just my experience. Everybody's different. when you tell the doctor your sleep history and issues, they will tell you what to do accordingly. But for me, he told me to only get 3 hours of sleep the night before the sleep study and to drink no caffeine. Most of you can have caffeine up until noon, it says in the paperwork, for our sleep study center anyways. And so I went 2 days without caffeine. And I had to be there for 8 p.m. and they keep you until about 5 p.m. They wake you up at 4:45 and you're out of there within 15 minutes. So I got there and it's one lady who monitors, hooks up 3 patients. And there was 2 minors with their parents, and she came and talked to me and said, if it's okay with you, I'd like to get the kids settled first because they normally fall asleep earlier, and then I can come and get you hooked up. And I said, no problem, And I knew that once I was hooked up, that meant bedtime. I didn't really look at the clock per se, but it was before 11. And I'm going to tell you, along with being in a different place and going to bed before you are ready, and mind you, even with 3 hours of sleep, my body doesn't care. It wants to be up at night. And you're hooked up to all these wires, and I'm hoping to insert pictures because, and I'm saying hoping because my memory on my phone is just atrocious, and I am clearing and deleting off videos and stuff as I post them and stuff, but it's still atrocious. But you have, I'm going to guess, 50 wires. And you have things hooked up. What they do is there's certain places on your head. You can't wear any makeup, no lotions. You have to have your hair freshly washed. They ask you to shower before you come so your skin's not oily or anything. And they go through your scalp. I don't know how many wires are hooked up to your head, but she goes through and she finds places and she marks it with like a marker. And then she goes back to all the places, and then she cleans it with a rubbing cloth. And then she puts this big gob of goo. And I'm just going to say it would be like having a gob of maybe a half a teaspoon to 3/4 of a teaspoon worth of what is that stuff called? I remembered it before. Vaseline, thank you, Lord. It's not that, it's white stuff, but imagine putting a big gob of Vaseline on several areas of your scalp. So she puts the marker, she goes back, she wipes it, she puts the gobby doos on you, and then she puts the lead on the big gob on your scalp, and then she puts this tape over it to hold it in place. And she puts stuff around your eyes. You have leads around your eyes that are taped, on your forehead, your chin, because they want to know if you're grinding your teeth, about your eye movement, your forehead movement, and what else? Oh, one thing I didn't know, because you know what I like to do? I like to get online and watch videos so I know what's coming. It makes it easier. The one thing that she did that I didn't see on any of the videos was you have this nose piece that is just like an oxygen thing. It goes right into your nostrils, but it's not oxygen. It just monitors your breathing to see if you stop breathing at all while you're sleeping. And then they hook you up to heart monitors and monitor your heart. And then they put a finger pulsating thing on you to take your pulse. And they also put wires on each of your legs, so they monitor leg movement for like restless leg syndrome and stuff. And so you're in this strange place and you're hooked up to all these wires, and then you have this box of all the wires, and it's all strapped to your waist, and you have a strap to your chest too. And then you're gonna go to bed earlier than you're used to, and then you're told to go to sleep so we can study you. And on top of it, y'all, they have cameras where they watch you. So what I did was and it was a lady, it was just one person, so, and she's cool and everything, but thinking about somebody watching you sleep. I sleep under the blanket anyway, all year round. Mr. Thumbs Up says I suffocate myself. He doesn't know how I breathe. Well, that's the biggest joke of all, because everybody knows I don't know how to breathe. And I washed my favorite little blanket that I sleep with, and it has like it's not sheep fur or anything, but it's like that white, bumpy stuff on the bottom side of some blankets. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not good with names of stuff, okay? And then the soft side, it's blue, of course. It's my favorite color, and it's a plaid blue, and it's soft. And instead of having the soft part on top, I have it upside down so that I have that on me, touching my face and everything. So I just feel relaxed and oh. So I washed that and brought that and covered myself up with that. But when you are doing this, for me, I was laying there, and first of all, I felt out of breath. I guess it was nerves. I don't know. But I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to think that I don't know, unhealthy or something, like, wow, this lady is just really out of breath and she's just laying there. But I finally settled down, and I'm just like trying to relax my fingers and my arms, and, close my eyes really, softly, and just, try to walk into the darkness, and I kind of go to sleep, and I often pray for many people while I'm trying to go to sleep, and I'm thinking, wow, what is my brain activity looking like when I'm praying? So, just different things were going through my mind. And then I was afraid to move. I'm not one to move a lot in my sleep, so I say. I don't know. I haven't seen myself on camera, but I would think it would be interesting. So I finally decided to roll over to my left side. I always like to sleep on my right side, but I rolled over to my left side because I couldn't sleep. Still couldn't sleep after a long time. I have no idea how long it took me to fall asleep, but I finally ended up laying on my back, which is kind of funny because Mr. Thumbs Up said that he often finds me sleeping on my back. So I think after the war of not being able to sleep, I finally go on my back, and that's where I find sleep. But when I wake up in the morning, I'm not on my back. Or maybe I should pay more attention when my alarm goes off. I'll do that and get back to you. So she ended up having to come in 3 different times because, you move. And every time you move, at least for me, you're aware that you're moving because you've got wires on you. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if that came off. Is she going to come in? Well, sure enough, she came in 3 times and had to reattach the right leg lead. And then she had asked me if I wanted to get out first thing in the morning, and I said, look, you can take care of the kids and get them out. I'm not going anywhere, no rush, and hey, I want to sleep, right? Because for me, truly, my best sleep is, and I know I'm not the only one, my best sleep is when it's time to get up. That's when my body wants to shut down and go into such a beautiful, restful, relaxed, deep, refreshing sleep. Now, when I say that, I mean, I'm really, I love that sleep. It's happy sleep. But when I wake up, I'm still not feeling refreshed. And that's part of my problem is it doesn't matter how little or how much or when I sleep or I don't sleep, it doesn't matter. I'm always tired. Some days like today, yay, I'm having a good day. And I wish I could bottle up whatever is happening inside my body to make me feel this way because I feel like I'm normal. I can live, I can do things, I can accomplish things. Other days, I just feel like I have bricks in my body and I just don't want to function. And I know that a lot of people with fibromyalgia suffer with that. And I was diagnosed with that years ago, but I know a lot of you don't know this, but I'm one of the lucky ones. And yes, it can go into remission. Just like there's levels of degrees of fibromyalgia, you have your good days and bad days. Same thing, you can go into remission, and I just happen to be one of them. And that fibromyalgia story is another day. I was non-functioning, non-living, and non-fun. So she got me up at 4:45, and I heard the kids, and one was with a mom and one was with a dad, and you have a full-size bed, and it's set up like a hotel. Well, I can't say that because that's not true. It has a full-size bed. Every single one that I've ever seen in a video or heard people talk, you have a full-size bed. And you think you can sleep on either side, but you have to sleep the side the machines are on. So that was another thing. I had to sleep on the opposite side of the bed that I normally sleep. So that could have contributed. You always have 2 pillows. You can bring your own pillows. You can bring a blanket, whatever you feel the need to fall asleep. Anything to keep you comfortable, to accomplish the needs. They do say not to wear silky PJs, that you will get paperwork that they send you home with to fill out and tell you your do's and don'ts. And so when she got me up, I was like, so did you get enough? And she goes, yeah, I did. I was like, oh, okay. I have no idea because, the struggle was real. But I did go to bed earlier, so even if it took me 4 hours to get to sleep, they need about 6 hours of study, she said. So I know that they can't say anything about results, but I have a way of getting something out of all technicians. I really do. I think it's because I'm just so nice. But I do it in a way so that they don't get in trouble. So I just said, so, did you see anything interesting? And she said some. And so I was happy to hear that she saw something. So maybe we'll get some answers and solutions and help. And she asked if I had my follow-up scheduled, and I do. So I told Mr. Thumbs Up I want him to go with me so he can hear what the doc has to say. And I'm sure he's not going to have a problem reinforcing the fact that I'm a wacko when it comes to sleep schedules, and I know he wishes that I could go to bed by 10 o'clock like he does and get up at 6 or 7 in the morning like he does. But hey, you can't fight who you are, right? So what did I do? I came home. She told me, y'all, I'm telling you, the stuff in your hair is disgusting, okay? And she told me, and if they don't tell you and you're going to get it done, when you get home, you have to, you can't go to work that day. Let me tell you that. Don't plan to go to work the next day because most likely it's not going to go well with your sleep. And keep that in mind. And you're going to have to go home and you're going to have to shower. And she said to shower with the hottest water you can stand without burning yourself. And then if the stuff doesn't come out of your hair, then you can use Dawn dish soap. Well, I got the dish soap ready, but I didn't need it. And I was really surprised. It really did come out. No problem. Just surprised the heck out of me. But you will come home with tape all over your head, gobs all over your head, you know, the stickies everywhere. They put leads on your body. And so what did I do? I didn't want to wake the boys up. So I just sat in the recliner. I didn't recline back, mind you. I've got gobs of goo in my head. So I just kind of sat so my body was a little bit forward on the top. And I put my head down and just fell asleep. Now, mind you, that was like 5:15 or so. And Mr. Thumbs Up gets up 6:30. Sometimes he's lucky and Cosmo will let him sleep till 7. So, of course, Sharon wants to get in the shower. Sharon wants to go to bed and really sleep. And the boys don't get up till 7. So they get up, I get in the shower, and then I go to bed at 7, shortly after 7 after my shower. And I did not get up till 5 p.m. And that's my story about having a sleep study. And yes, I can still go to sleep the next night when I go to bed, like always, even if I've slept all day. And I sleep anywhere from 14 to 18, 19 hours a day when I'm having a really bad day of needing sleep. So it just varies. It's been once a month. I keep saying once a month. It's really, I have one of those nights or days that I sleep all day once a week. Last week, I had it twice a week. So the doctor thinks, and we'll find out, he thinks that I'm not getting adequate quality sleep, which in turn is causing me to be fatigued. And it makes sense. So I will keep you posted. My appointment is like the 17th or something of April. So stay tuned. And please give me a thumbs up if you like my video. And please join my channel if you like my content. And hit that bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos and updates and all that stuff. And if you haven't been here before, welcome. Thank you for joining me, and all those that have been with me forever. I love and appreciate each and every one. And this is the cabin that my husband built, basically all by himself. It's not insulated or anything. It's just a rough cabin. I basically say it's a wooden tent. So there you go. No insulation, no plumbing, no electricity. But we do have fire when it's cold. And I have a playlist if you want to see it in the process of being built. And Mr. Thumbs Up is working on a lighthouse, and he's moving forward with the lighting. And I'll be sharing that. If I haven't shared it already, I did an update. So be kind, be nice, be encouraging, no matter where you are through the internet. We can touch lives, we can make a difference, we can make people smile, laugh, and give encouraging words. And those are paw prints that Mr. Thumbs Up did to represent Cosmo walking in the cabin and jumping on the bed, because that's where they stop. All right, remember, keep the fun in all you do. Thanks for watching.